Hi, in this video lecture explains how I'm going to use for the pulse width modulation with DC motor. The speed of the DC motor depends upon the three factors. First one is load, second one is voltage, and the last one is parameter. For the given fixed load, we can maintain the steady speed by using the method is called as pulse width modulation. So changing the pulse width of the modulation, the DC motor can increase or decrease the amount of power provided to the motor. So thereby increasing or decreasing the motor speed. Now here 8051 microcontroller is connected to port 1.0. Any port you can connect, and here this is opto isolator. What is the purpose of this opto isolator? The opto isolator is used to isolate the two different voltage levels. So here the motor will be connected. So here in the diagram I've shown here opto isolator, and here for the transistor for the switch, and the DC motor will be connected. So here this is for the pulse width modulation. This is 1/4 of the power, 25% of the DC motors runs. Here 1/2 power, that means 50% of the duty cycle. Here 75% of the duty cycle. Here 100% of the duty cycle. So duty cycle is nothing but T equal to T on plus T off. Here 25% of the duty cycle means 25% of the on time, and remaining 75% will be off time. Here 50% of the duty cycle is 50% on time and 50% of off time. Similarly for the 75%, 100% means entire duration will be on time. We'll see the program and we'll simulate this also. Write a program to monitor the status of the switch and perform the following. The first one is if P0.7 equal to 1, the DC motor moves with 25% of the duty cycle pulse, and if P0.7 equal to 0, the DC motor moves with 50% of the duty cycle pulse. Okay. Small mistake. So the assembly language program ORG0H main program. Okay, clear this P1.0, set bit P0.7. Why I am setting here P0.7 is because this P0.7 will be the input to the microcontroller. Okay, so here I am using the monitor. Okay, JNBP 0.7. Monitoring this particular bit P0.7. Okay, if the bit is 0, then it goes to the 50% of the duty cycle. So if the bit is 0, the condition is satisfied, then it jumps to the subroutine program. So it will come here. Set bit P1.0. That means the port 1.0 pin will be set as a high, and just I'm moving here, move R5 hash, that means immediate data will be 50. Call delay, this delay program will be used, and clear this P1.0 and 50% of the on time and 50% of the off time. So for that only I'm using here set bit. That means set bit means this particular P1.0 will be on for them 50% time. Similarly off for them 50% of the time. Okay. Suppose if the bit is 1, then 25% of the duty cycle. That means 25% will be on time and 75% will be off time. So here set bit P1.0 move R5 hash 25 and clear bit here P1.0 and move R5 hash 75. See here set bit will be 25. I've loaded with R5. Here clear bit will be 75 will be loaded with them R5. That means here 25% is on time and 75% will be off time. Okay, call delay. So this delay program already you are familiar with this one, right? So the delay, whenever this delay calls, it will goes to the subroutine program here. Move R2 comma hash 100, move R3 comma hash 255, decrement jump not equal to R3 my H3. So this loop will be here, and once this loop is completed, it will come out of the loop. Then decrement jump not equal to, then R2, then it will go to the H2. Okay, so loop which goes to H2. So and again once it is completed, it will come to the next instruction. Again DJN is at R5 we are loaded with the value. So according to that, and once the delay program is completed, the last instruction will be written. Okay, so this program just I'm going to simulate. Okay, we'll see that how to do it. So before that, I will execute this program in the KC software. Okay. Okay, already you know that how to create all those things, right? We have to select Atmel 89C51 microcontroller. Okay, so same program, just I will copy and replace it here. So I copied the program. Okay. This clear P 1.0 is not required initially. Okay. Anyway, I will give. The main program will start. Okay. ORG00H. Just jump. Main. And again ORG00H. Okay. Set bit P 0.7S will be used for the configuring the input pin of the microcontroller. Okay. You can start from here also, main program. Okay. Loop will be given here. Okay. That's it. Now we'll save this program, check whether any error is there or not. So zero error. Okay. Now go to the Proteus software. The Proteus. Now what other components are required? So new project. So the new project, just I'll give the name is DC motor speed. Okay, speed will be variable. Okay. Now, what are the components are required? Atmel 89C51 microcontroller and push button. Then DC motor. DC motor. Then motor IC. This motor driver IC is required. Okay. So optocoupler is not required. Directly we can select the motor driver IC. The motor driver IC number is L293. So this motor driver IC is will give them sufficient current to the motor. Okay, because the microcontroller, you know that the output it will give maximum 1 to 2 milliamps current. But whereas this motor is required more than that, so that the driver IC will convert small current into the larger current. And one more thing is in the motor we have winding so that it will generate the back EMF. So this back EMF is goes to microcontroller, means again the microcontroller will get damaged, so that the driver IC will take care of all these things. Okay, now just I will connect this. This is a simple connection on this motor, and here the push button. Here the push button will be connected to port 0 pin number 7. That's it. Here plus 5 volt I should connect. So just select this power. Okay, that's it. Here for the output. Output 1, 2. Here two outputs are there, but I'm using here for the only one DC motor. If you want, you can use it for the two also. Okay, and here this ground point will be connected to here also ground. So select this ground. And here this 16th pin and 8th pin both will be VSS and VS, and this will be connected to 12 volt supply, because this driver IC is required 12 volt supply. So go to this generator, select this DC. What is the input voltage of this one is 12 volt supply, and here the input is connected to see the program P1.0. That's it. The connection is over. Okay, the connection is over. Now I have to dump the code. We check it whether this X file is generated. Yes, X file is generated. Then load this X file. And give OK. Now run this. Now check it here. Motor is rotating. See, the switch is not pressed. That means it is open. The switch is open. So switch is open means according to my program. That means switch is open means it is 50% of the duty cycle. Okay. So 50% of the duty cycle. So that means 50% on time and 50% of the off time. When the switch is closed or pressed, then the DC motor has to rotate for 25% on time and 75% will be off time. Now just I'm going to press this switch. You'll see that the speed of the DC motor. See, the speed will be varied now. So 25% of the time will vary. That means 25% is on time and 75% will be off time. So the speed of the DC motor is decreased. Now just I will release the switch and see the speed will be different. So by using the PWM, we can able to control the DC motor speed. So depends upon the power requirement, we can able to provide the percentage of the on time and off time. Thanks for watching.